Tonight's teacher talk is by Miss Pothier, and the title of my book tonight is another fractured fairy tale, and it's called Honestly. Red Riding Hood was so rotten. It's the story of Little Red Riding Hood told by the wolf. Let's see what he has to say about this one. That wolf's always in trouble. Chomp, chomp. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just finishing my lunch. My name's Wolf, Big Bad Wolf. You may have heard the story of Little Red Riding Hood, about a girl and her granny. Seems like everybody has, but my tale is different. Did I say tale? I meant tale. Once upon a time, I ran out of food. Completely. The cupboards were bare. The freezer was, too. And I'd eaten every last vegetable and fruit in the garden. Every one. Other wolves might have lunched on little forest critters like chipmunks, bunnies, squirrels, but I'm a vegetarian. That's right, I don't eat meat. Well, I try not to. I love apples. Honey, crisp, lady pink, golden delicious, any kind. But sadly, it was a long time until apple harvest. I hadn't eaten in weeks. My stomach growled and it howled. It moaned and it groaned. It even roared. Then my nose took over. I took a whiff. What was it? A girl. I took another whiff. What was it? Cake? Butter? In this forest? Well, I had to investigate. And there she was, Little Red Riding Hood. She looked as plump and juicy as a big sweet apple. Little Red waved her cape. "Isn't it pretty?" she said. "Yeah," I said. "Aren't I pretty?" she said. Was she admiring herself in that puddle? "With this cape," she said, "I'm even prettier than usual." Boy, was someone full of herself, and my stomach was growling. Little Red twirled a strand of hair. "Mother says the cape looks grand with my skin. My skin shines like pearls." Or the meat of a ripe apple, I thought, licking my chops. Remember, I hadn't eaten in weeks, and it was time to chomp. But then Little Red said, "I can't wait until Granny sees how pretty I am today. I'm bringing her cake and butter from my mother." My stomach howled. 2 meals, I thought. Granny for breakfast, Little Red for lunch, and cake and butter for dessert. "Well, where does Granny live?" I asked. Little Red pointed. "Down there in the clearing, the brown house." I knew that house, and I had a plan. "Let's play a game," I said. Little Red smiled. "I'm awesome at games." "I bet you are," I said. "You take this path, I'll take that path, and let's see who arrives at Granny's house first." "I will," she said. "I'm the prettiest and the fastest." "I bet you are." My stomach was moaning, and before it groaned, I ran. No one knows the forest better than I do, and I chose the shorter path. a whiff. What was it? Apple air freshener? Knock, knock on the door. Who's there? Called out a voice. Your granddaughter, I squeaked. I've brought you cake and butter from Mother. Door's open, Granny said. Granny tugged at her nightcap. Green, she said, isn't it pretty? Pretty like a Granny Smith apple, I thought. Aren't I pretty? Granny said. You must have heard the saying, the apple doesn't fall from the tree very far. Well, in this case, it's true. My stomach was roaring. What's that noise? Granny asked. Chomp, chomp. I had to eat her. She was no Macintosh apple, but you know what? She wasn't too bad. I still felt hungry. Little Red knocked on the door. Who's there? Called out, crawling into Granny's bed. Your granddaughter, Little Red said. I've brought you cake and butter from Mother. Door's open, I said. Little Red walked in and caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror. Isn't my cake pretty, Granny? She said. Aren't I pretty? I clenched my teeth. Granny, Little Red said, what deep dark eyes I have. I said, the color of apple seeds. Granny, what perfect ears I have. I said, shaped like sharply cut apple slices. Granny, she said, what pretty red lips I have. I said, red delicious. Granny, she said, what lovely skin I have. Oh, look at his face. He's beginning to go crazy. Oh. Chomp, chomp. I ate her up. What could I say? Things look different when you're hungry. She was no Fuji or a crispin apple. In fact, to be honest, she was a bit rotten. But she was better than nothing. Plus, I got dessert out of the whole deal. I hope you enjoyed the story of the wolf with the Red Riding Hood twist on this tale. Let me know what you think. Tomorrow, when we have classes in the morning, let me know what you think. Good night, guys.